God is so good, honestly. Which, like, how long also am I allowed to say that I'm postpartum? Can I be honest? I feel like this move was what I needed to thrive. I feel like motherhood has given me such purpose. To whom much is given, much is required, right? And I'm sorry to her in advance for when she plays hide and seek, because I was always found out. Like, where's Becca? The beads, they gave me away. I wish I was one of those girls where I could just be like, I've gained weight. It's what it is. Like, we're gonna do something about it. But I'm just the girl where I'm sensitive, okay? Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a second since I've uploaded on YouTube, and I was even just like literally pulling up the last video that I uploaded, and we were talking about what was 4 months ago. We were talking about like my breastfeeding journey, Amazon haul. There was like some random stuff in there, honestly. It was a day in the life type of video, and a lot has changed like since then even. So I just wanted to get ready with you guys, and as you can see, we're not in the same place. So I guess we can start there. I love how my new like makeup storage is going. I've just like gotten this, well, we used this storage bin basket in our bathroom, and since moving, which we'll get into, I put it all in here. I don't know why I wanted to show you guys that, but I'm just like, it's the perfect, like having a makeup bag like I was using was honestly so inconvenient, and I don't know why everything feels more laid out in this long basket. Just wanted to share that, I guess. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready together. I have a meeting a little later, and I just like to feel put together, you know, even when I'm just around the house. I want to try and talk to you guys while Noah's still down for her nap. I don't know how long we have, and that's why we need to just get going. I'm looking at a couple of things that I like wrote out that I want us to chat about. I just feel like, yeah, let's just chat. Like, I don't know, I keep talking, but you know, I've already done my skincare and everything for the day. I love the spray from e.l.f. It's their Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I'm sure you've heard about it, but it works as a primer, I believe, as well as a setting spray. At least it really helps my makeup like stay on my face all day. So I like using that. And then Bare Minerals had actually sent over a few goodies. And one of the things they sent over that I tried out yesterday, for a little bit, was this primer. I'll show you guys actually what I'm using, but this is the Bare Minerals Primetime Daily Protecting Primer, and it has SPF of 30 in it. I love SPF. I already have SPF on my face, but I don't have any makeup primer. So let's just like, you know, double whammy it. Anyway, let's get to talking. Like I said, so much has changed. The most obvious thing is, again, us moving. We moved, which is so crazy because all we were talking about was moving for the longest time, and now that we're here, it just feels so right and it feels so good. So if you're new here, if you have no idea who I am, again, I'm Becca. I'm 27, and we recently moved to South Carolina, where I'm from. This is my hometown, Greenville, South Carolina, and we're back. And it literally, like I said, it just feels so right. I was living in Tulsa, so all like my previous videos, if you go back and watch, I was living in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And you're like, why did you go there? And that's because I went there in 2016 for college. I was 18 when I moved from here and went to Tulsa. And I'm 27, moved back. I have a whole husband and baby girl, 7-month-old girl. Like, God is so good, honestly. I feel like I need to keep doing my makeup because I'll just yap. So we need to keep like going. And I need to grab a mirror. 1 second, I'll be back. Was that the perfect spot? It absolutely was. Okay, anyway, sorry. It's the little things, okay? It's the little things. And I hope that didn't block out some of my light, me putting the mirror there. So you guys let me know if it didn't really. Ew, okay, I'm like such in a mood. I've been in a mood, I don't know, for like, I feel like ever since I moved. Can I be honest? I feel like this move was what I needed to thrive. I feel like we needed to get out of Tulsa. Also, I'm really gonna try and remember to show you guys what I'm using. So this is the Kylie Skin Tint. I have not stopped using it ever since I got it. I'm in the shade 3.5. And when I say this is the best thing ever, I'm not joking, this is the perfect amount of like coverage for me, because I don't like a lot of coverage. I'm very like natural girl when it comes to my makeup. And this really just like evens out your skin tone. It's like your skin but better type of vibes. And now that I'm looking at it with that primer, that pairs really well together. Anyway, I lived in Tulsa for 8 years. Like I was saying, I moved out there for college Didn't finish college. Don't regret it. I met Josh in 2021. But like so much happened in Tulsa. I know I'm like kind of scattered talking about this, but just follow me. This is just a yap session, okay? I just didn't know so much. And not that I know so much now, okay? Because I'm not even close to knowing so much, but I have just grown so much. Also pause, I'm gonna be using this, I think it's the Giorgio Armani or Armani Beauty Luminous Silk Concealer in the shade 6.5. And I'm also gonna use a little bit of this brightening concealer with it. This is the MAC Studio Fix, and I'm in the shade NC30. It's wild just thinking about who I was when I moved to Tulsa and who I am now, and all that God has done in me, for me, through me. Literally could make me emotional. That's why I'm like, maybe I shouldn't talk about that right now. As I'm literally putting concealer under my eyes. It's fine. He's honestly just been so good to me. And I honestly think one of the most growing things that you can do for yourself, is move away from home. I'm like a firm believer in that. I guess like maybe not everyone has to, but I feel like for most people, one of the ways that you will grow and you'll grow quickly is moving away from your hometown where you know people and people know you, and going somewhere where you have to literally start over. When I moved to Oklahoma, my cousin was the one who told me about the college I went to. I was just like, okay, cool. Like my cousin will be out there. He was over the worship and music center and just thought I would love it. And then literally, I think 3 or 4 months before I was supposed to like move and go to college there, he accepts a job in Colorado. All that to say, I literally had to start over. And there were like a couple people, the girl that was gonna be my roommate and one of my best friends, I knew them, but like didn't know them. Do you know what I'm saying? We had FaceTimed and chatted and like, oh, you're gonna be my roomie and whatever, but like I didn't know people moving there. Doing that at the age of 18 makes me so proud of myself, honestly, for just, I don't know, the way that I just adapted and did it, and the way that God gave me the strength, honestly, to do it. Now, that wasn't to say I wasn't depressed the whole first semester of school, because I was. There was just a lot of newness. I was even like in a long distance relationship, which we thank the Lord. We just thank the Lord for his goodness. Just so much was different is what I'm really just trying to get to. I was heavily planted in my church out there. That place changed my life. I, learned how to fast there and what that looks like and what real prayer looks like. And I'm just so eternally grateful. I really am. For TC. I need to like really keep doing my makeup, or I'm telling you, I'm just gonna yap. Josh and I say all the time that Tulsa is a place where you go for the people. It's not like you're going there because like there's so much to do and yada yada, and that is so much. Do not worry, trust the process, okay? And just the person that I've become, I am more and more proud of myself, even though I have my days, okay? I don't know, I just feel it. I don't know if it's in my spirit, my bones. But I feel like it's time to thrive again. You know what I mean? I'm 7 months postpartum. Noah is 7 months old, which like how long also am I allowed to say that I'm postpartum? I feel like there is a cutoff, and I feel like I need to know what that is, so I stop, saying that I'm postpartum. I'm gonna use this Patrick Ta blush. Oh, say hi. And this is in the shade She's Flushed. I love this blush combo. It is like, if you have a similar skin tone to mine, or if you don't, it really just looks really nice, and I love it. I'm gonna go in with this powder first, actually, and then top it with the cream. Also, my light just gave out, but we're not gonna let that stop me from filming. We're just not. At this point, I've wanted to film a sit down for so long, and if I don't do it, it's just not gonna happen. And if I keep making excuses, it's definitely not gonna happen, so we're just gonna keep going. I also think about the fact that I gave birth this year, which, I'm sorry, what? Literally, my baby escaped my vag. My baby escaped my hoo-ha. Like, I pushed her out. I actually did that. That's just such an accomplishment, Joshua. But I really am enjoying motherhood. I love it. I feel like motherhood has given me such purpose. Like, I genuinely wake up and like thank God for her and Josh every single day. But like to be her mother, I don't know, like it's the fact that right now at her age, she cannot do, you know, anything without me. And I'm holding on to that because I know one day she'll be able to do all the things without me, and I want her to be able to do all that. But it's just such a special thing. And I also will cry if I talk too much about this, but being her mom is genuinely the best thing ever. She is so special. And I know every mom says that, as they should, about their kid, about their baby. She's just so special. She really is. And she is so sweet. And she's so beautiful. And she's so funny. Like, I love seeing her personality. Again, we're at 7 months with her. So she's just like so funny, so friendly. She'll really let anyone hold her. And yeah, she's just so smiley and so joyful. She wakes up smiling. She wakes up just ready for the day. And I love it. When I wake her up in the morning, I sing, rise and shine and give God the glory, glory. The church kids get it. But yeah, my mom sang that to me. I remember like waking up sometimes when I was younger. Okay, next we're actually gonna go in and do some brows. Pause on what I'm talking about, but I am so nervous. I have a brow appointment tomorrow with a girl that I found, and I'm so nervous for it, if I can be honest. I had the most bomb brow girl in Tulsa. Jaden at JM Brow is the best. If you need somebody, like, do not search, go to Jaden. I am like so particular about my brows, and I never fill them in, so I don't know why I'm doing this right now, to be honest. What they look like, and like, not how they're waxed, but I guess how they look. I want to keep them thick. I want to keep them full. And I've just had some horror stories, and when I find someone, I stick with them. So anyways, I hope that goes well. I really hope it does. And then I'm just gonna go in with this Cosa, so it's an air brow, just a little holding gel, to kind of keep things in place. I was talking about my mom though, and I feel like I'll always talk about my mom. I'm sorry, in my videos, like every video I'm like, my mom. But when your mom means a lot to you, like, you can't help but talk about her. And I feel like motherhood has given me a whole new appreciation for my mom. And if you don't know, I'm one of 4 girls. Sorry, Dad. Just kidding. He loves us. Just having Noah, just having one girl, I'm like, wow. Like, my mom really did that. Like, she really was cooking dinner for us every night. She really was keeping the house clean. She really was keeping school supplies in our backpack. She really was keeping toilet paper on the roll. Like, I'm not trying to be like, my mom was perfect and whatever, but like as close as you can get to it, she is. I don't come from like a family that were booming with money or anything. Like, that's not us, whatever. My parents are both self-employed. They're such hard workers, both of them. And they just work so hard. Why? I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. I don't want to cry. And still do for our family. And it just gives me a whole new appreciation for who they are, what they did, how hard they worked, and how they trusted God in everything, And so it's really inspiring for me to be able to look back on that and want to do that for my family. My mom being the homemaker that she was, I mean, like, decorated for every holiday or occasion or celebration. And I've really gotten that from her, like my love of making things at home, making things cozy and smell good and all the things. That all comes from her. Pause. Going in with the Huda Beauty Cupcake Powder. Absolutely love this. I have such a good example to look to for motherhood and how to be a mom. And obviously, like, I am me, right? I'm not my mom, and I'm not trying to be my mom, but there are so many things and so many areas that I want to be like her. And if I'm like half the mom that she was to us, to Noah, then I'm gonna be good. Even with the house that we are now in, like, I have such a desire to decorate and just make it feel like home. You know what I mean? Like, you can go out in the world and have fun and whatever, but like, I always want there to be a place where my family can come home and know that they can be cozy and know that there will be peace in this home and the presence of God will be in this home, and that there will be so much love and joy, you know what I mean? And fun and laughter, obviously. Let's do some eyeshadow actually before I get into it. But Motherhood, I'm also just using this Kendall and Kylie, Kendall by Kylie Cosmetics, whatever. My favorite eyeshadow palette, hands down. But Motherhood has also taught me, and I posted a TikTok about this recently, but it's taught me that it's just gonna be a long journey of figuring it out. Like I'm never, ever, 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 ever going to have things figured out. And for someone who, when I try something, usually I can be good at it, you know, like a few times after I've done it. Motherhood and wifehood, girl, it's been a journey for me. And I don't even want to say like motherhood. I feel like even more so wifehood, like being a wife and submitting. Yes. In the TikTok I posted, I was saying, you know, thank God for Jesus, basically, and the fact that I can always run to the one who has everything figured out, that I never have to take that burden upon myself, because his burden is easy, his yoke is light, or his burden is light, his yoke is easy. Y'all, Matthew, look it up. I never have to put that huge pressure on myself to have things figured out and whatever, because that would be taking away my dependency on the Lord. Like me trying to have everything figured out all the time would be me trying to, first of all, be God in my own life, which I'll never be able to do. It would take away the beauty of relying on the Lord and faith, really. Faith that, okay, God, I don't know what to do in this situation. I don't know how to submit to my husband in this area. I don't know how to whatever. I then have to practice faith and put my faith and my trust in the Lord, that as I lean on him, as I walk with him step by step continually, that he will show me what to do. I think there's a verse in Isaiah. Okay, it's Isaiah 30:21. I had to look it up for y'all. And for myself, but it says, where's that ESV? It says, and your ears shall hear a word behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it, when you turn to the right or when you turn to the left. And so that's my prayer, is that I'm led by the Holy Spirit and not by anything else. Thank you. That I'm led by him in all things, and especially in being a wife and being a mom. I know that's not all I am. That's not all of who I am. Those are really big parts though of who I am. And I love that part of myself and that I get to be those things. I'm raising a baby, and God willing, we'll be able to raise more. And I'm not trying to mess her up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to mess up my husband. I need the Holy Spirit more than ever. To whom much is given, much is required, right? So with that, I've been given so much. My daughter, my husband, I mean, what valuable things, right? To have and hold and cherish and take care of. And so there's going to be a lot of responsibility in that, of stewarding my family well, stewarding the house that I'm living in well, and stewarding their hearts, and making sure I'm always pushing my family towards Christ and the ways of Jesus. We're just going to do a mini flick, like nothing major. The challenge is always making them even. But yeah, just this era, like I know there's going to be so many different seasons of parenting Noah and just her and what she's going to be like, but I'm loving the season that we're at right now with her. Like I feel like she's about to crawl. She's so close. She's sitting up. She knows how to tell me that she wants more milk or more baba. She's so funny. She has her like spurts of energy, but she's so chill at the same time. I have officially like parted her hair, started to like slick back, like I'll do a little zoop, a little bow, you know, whatever. And I'm really excited for that. I have been told in motherhood, you know, to avoid saying, which I know there's so many things that people say, but I like this one of like not saying or just catching yourself when you're like, oh, I can't wait for this season. Like just to be here and to fully just be present in the season that you're at with your kids, because time does go by so quickly. But I can't wait for the season when I can like put little braids in her hair. I cannot wait. I had braids and little beads in my hair and will be doing that with her. Thank you. And I'm sorry to her in advance for when she plays hide and seek, because I was always found out. Like, where's Becca? The beads, they gave me away. And it's been cool too, just thinking about the different ways of like, okay, how do I want to present Jesus to her? You know what I mean? Like, how do I want to teach her about Jesus? And even in the simplest ways, I'm trying to do that. now, and even just like praying over her bottles before she eats, you know? Josh and I constantly speaking over her who she is, and that she's worthy and that she's loved by God. But if you guys have any ideas for your babies or your toddlers that you implemented from a young age, that you're like now seeing the fruits of, like I would love to hear about that and just how to teach them about Jesus. Because obviously that is very important. It's the most important thing to me that I teach her as a mom. I think about like, how was I introduced even as a kid to Jesus? And obviously like we were in church every Sunday. Like I was a PK, my dad was a worship pastor, and we were at church all the time. If I was sick on a Sunday, I was going to be sick in the back pew. Like that's how it was. And so going to church, being around godly people was huge. And that's been something that in my own life, I'm so thankful for. Having that discipline of going to church and just knowing the importance of being surrounded by godly community is huge. And I always want Noah to be in that type of environment as well. But I also think about like, I would come downstairs in the morning for school, or like after I woke up, I'd come downstairs and I would see my mom sitting in the same spot every single morning, and she would have her Bible open or like whatever devotional she was reading, and she'd be spending time with God and she'd have her coffee. And I just remember that, and it's imprinted in my mind. And as I grew up, I really started my own relationship with the Lord. I think it was around 13 or 14. And I started waking up at 6 a.m. because I saw my mom do it. And I went to church and my small group leader was talking about quiet time. And I was like, well, I want that. I want to do that. I don't even know why at a young age, honestly. It was only the Lord that gave me that desire to want to know him. But I started waking up, and it was, you know, because of what I saw my mom doing and how I knew my dad read his Bible every single morning and still does. And I'm so thankful for those foundations, because it taught me how important it is to make sure that I instill that into Noah, and that Josh and I, you know, make sure to lead her along the right path. You know, train up a child in the way they should go, and when they're older, they will not depart from it. And praying that over her and believing that over her life, because I know she has just amazing, purposeful plans on her life that the Lord has put on her life, and I want to steward her, you know, as best as I know how. I think I actually want to do a different lip combo than my like everyday usual. I think it was also like limited edition or something, so I'm sorry if you can't find it, but this is the Wet n Wild. It was In Love with Cocoa. This is what it looks like, and this requires full concentration. So that's a little darker than I was thinking, but it actually is really pretty. I'm gonna put some gloss over it, obviously. And I want to kind of smooth out this little area. Do I have a tissue? No, but that's okay. That actually is really pretty. I think I'm actually gonna go in first with this Kosas lip oil. Yes. Okay, so I actually got this, I think it was like in a birthday thing for my birthday. It's in the shade, let's see, Unbuttoned. And I've never done this combo before, but this is a really pretty, like, I feel like this is like a holiday look. I had no idea I was gonna go in with this dark of a lip combo today, but it's honestly not even that dark. And then because my eyelashes are permanently straight, I go in when they're like fully dry after mascara, and I curl them. Now I'm just using a little bit of this House Labs concealer and highlighter. Okay, I feel like that is it. I need to get this little bit of mascara. I know y'all were like, girl, you said you like natural. Listen, plans change. I forgot to do this, which this is like a huge step in my makeup, but I like to do that just to like create a little bit more of that snatched look. And I need to get a setting powder that's like actually my shade, so that I can go back in and kind of fill in there. That way I'm not like too ashy or anything. But obviously you guys know after that I am going in with a little bit more blush, setting again with the same spray. Okay, and this is the finished makeup look. I really like how everything came together. Ooh, okay, yay. And Noah's still down for her nap. oh, she might be waking up soon. And girl, let's talk about content creation for a little bit, okay? Because I'm not done chatting. I know my makeup's done, but I'm not done chatting. You guys, I'm so excited for what's to come, and I feel like I'm ramping back up. I feel like I'm really, really, really glad that I got back into it the end of this year, and that way I'm like going into 2025 full speed and, you know, just taking it seriously again. If you don't know, I started content creation, I would say seriously, in 2021. And I feel like I've been creating content my whole life. Like, I have always been a YouTube girl, for sure. YouTube raised me. What was that? I've always loved YouTube. I've always loved social media and branding and marketing and just creative direction. And so I feel like YouTube is the way that I get to do that. And I forget if I've literally said those words verbatim in a vlog that I may or may not be posting. We'll see. But yeah, like YouTube especially, I get to do all of that in one. And I love TikTok, but hopefully, girl, I'm praying TikTok does not get banned. I'm not gonna lie. I was always the friend that was like, let's get dressed up. Let's go. I'm gonna take photos. Let's do a photo shoot. I would edit them, send them out to people. And I've always loved doing that. And I would do photography all the time. And especially like in college for some money, some extra money, I would take family photos or senior pictures or whatever anybody wanted, really. But that's just creative direction, honestly, just has my heart, and it always has. And there's like, you know, a couple projects coming in 2025, even with Josh and I, hint, hint, Azalea. I'm gonna be able to like use my creativity in 2025. So I'm really excited for that. TikTok is my #1 platform as far as that's where like my largest audience is. And I love posting and creating short form content and all the things. But YouTube, like I'm telling myself in 2025, a video a week. Like I can do it. You guys need to tell me I can do it. Yeah, I love watching weekly vlogs. I love watching get ready with me's, anything. Like I'm a YouTube girl, okay? If it's long form, I'm gonna watch it. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm gonna be focusing on as far as work, because I am a stay-at-home mom. I say that, but I am working as well. My job is like my content creation. So it's any campaigns that I'm doing or collaborations that I'm doing at the moment. But then I get to stay home with Noah, which is amazing. And thank you to my husband. Okay, thank you to my husband. Shout out to Joshua James, because I love you. It's given me a lot more freedom to be able to like really strategize and think about what I want, you know, my content to look like and all of that. So in 2025, I just plan on being like a lot more consistent. I genuinely have the time. And she is growing, and like, that's a thing. Like I want to spend time with her and be intentional. But in times like now when she's napping and stuff, I can be talking to you guys. So that's my plan. And yeah, like I love YouTube too. And I love long form content because truly it's like making your own home videos. And I remember my parents would record videos and we have home videos to look back on, and looking at those memories, you're just like, oh my goodness, you know, and I want Noah to be able to have that and have cute pictures of herself in videos and whatever. So it really is for us. And obviously it's for those that watch and want to, you know, support, which I love and I'm so grateful for, truly. We're almost at 13K on TikTok, which I'm like, are you gonna be banned or not? Because listen, that's gonna make me so sad if so. But I want her to be able to look back on these times, and me and Josh, you know, and be like, oh, there's a video from before we were engaged, or me getting ready for our engagement shoot, you know, like I just love that idea. And speaking of consistency, that leads us into our next topic, you guys, weight loss. Let's talk about it. This subject is so vulnerable for me, and I wish it wasn't. I really do. Like, I wish I was one of those girls where I could just be like, I've gained weight. It's what it is. Like, we're gonna do something about it. But I'm just the girl where I'm sensitive, okay? No, it's fine. I'm honestly better in this area, but weight has just always been a very sensitive subject for me. And it's because I've been like bigger my whole life. Except when I like lost some weight in 2021, but even then, like I was a little slim, thick queen, okay? I wasn't like this little skinny mini, like that's never been me, size 2 where, like no. Anyway, we're on our way. I just want to get fit, y'all. I'm done. You know, I had my baby 7 months ago. I was pregnant. You know, I let my body do its thing. I ate what I wanted for the most part. Like, not even for the most part, girl. I ate what I wanted. And it really is okay. Like, I'm giving myself grace. And I'm like, you carried a baby for 9 months. You birthed that baby. Your body has gone through so much. And my body will never be the same. And I'm telling myself that that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like, I'm progressing as a person and I should have so much appreciation, and I do, for my body and the body that the Lord's given me. But with that being said, he's given it to me and my body's a temple of the Holy Spirit. Therefore, I need to steward it well. I feel like maybe you're like this too, and I know maybe it's just me, but I literally have had times in my life where I know that I'm going to be serious about something. Like, I feel it. It's not only the desire for motivation, or it's not only the, you know, essence of me having motivation, but it's also like I feel that discipline is about to rise up and take over. And I've had times where I just feel motivated and I know that nothing's really going to come from that. But right now I feel like I'm ready to war. Put me on the treadmill. Put me in. Yeah, like I'm like daily walks for sure, working out for sure, at home Pilates, yes, because memberships are expensive. And again, it's one of those things where I know that I'm being serious when I say that this time. You know what I mean? I feel like I've literally had one other time like that in my life, and that was in 2021. I had lost 65 pounds and literally have, gained that all back. And I feel like a year ago, I'd be so ashamed to say that, or even like, I don't know, 6 months ago. But now I'm just like, it's okay, because honestly too, like, we're just gonna go deep. I don't like sharing things until they are like done, or talking about it after the fact. But especially with content and the type of platform I want to create somewhere where like we all feel welcome, but really, like, we all feel free to be vulnerable, and like, you know that like you are watching a girl who doesn't have it all figured out. Okay, I don't want to portray that, and I feel like sometimes subconsciously I've wanted to portray that, or even consciously, like, oh, I have it all together. Girl, I'm literally the furthest from that, especially with my weight loss and my fitness. Like, starting over again, and I'm really trying to be not afraid of starting over. The truth is, I've done this before, so I'm not actually starting over. Like, I now know all the things that I learned from back then, but I'm just having to implement it again, if that makes sense, with weight loss. So girl, all that to say, the workouts are coming. The eating is coming. I'm so excited because I didn't get to fast last year because I was pregnant. So I didn't get to do my 21-day fast that I always do in January. And I'm thinking this year I'm just gonna do all of January because I'm so serious. I know you guys are like, are you fasting for weight loss? No, that's not what fasting is for. It is for prayer. It's for getting closer to the Lord and consecrating yourself even more to him and his voice and his presence in your life, especially for that time period. And so that's why I will be fasting and praying. But with that, I will be doing like the Daniel's fast, or no bread, sweets, meats. Obviously that helps getting my nutrition in place. You know what I mean? So it's gonna kind of be a reset for my body, which I'm really excited about, for my body, for my mind, for my spirit, like everything. 2025 is just going to be another year that marks me. I'm tired of walking into a store and they don't have my size. You know what I mean? And like, yes, that's the country we live in, and maybe it shouldn't be that way, for sure. But it is the world we live in. So let me get myself together. Also, the main part of this is like, I have a daughter now. I have a husband that I want to live long for. I want to be able to run around with her and not be like, sorry, mommy's tired. Mommy can't. No, what are we talking about? No, like, if I can't, do it for myself after all these times I've tried to do it for myself, at least, like, can I do it for her? You know what I'm saying? So it's just much more serious than just me now. And yeah, I want to live a long time. I want to be healthy, and girl, I want to look good. I do, okay? I have a husband and I want to look good for him, for me, and that's just the real tea. And with that, my camera stopped recording automatically. Don't know why, but I think that's my sign that we need to wrap this up. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Genuinely, if you're literally watching at this point, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. There's gonna be a lot more, hopefully, like home content, getting this place together, decorating, and everything like that. But for now, love you so much and we'll talk soon. Bye.